Hello. This tutorial is just a quick run through of LochinvarU, what we have, so that everybody knows what to find. So if you found this video, you're already on LochinvarU and you've discovered the web tutorial or web training area. This is where we're keeping the videos like this, so keep coming back for different videos at different times to kind of give you updates of what we're doing here. The next button is our factory training. So online training is great, get a lot of information, you could do it from the comfort of your home, but Lochinvar is a special place, and so we want you to come to see the factory in Lebanon, Tennessee, where all these great products are built. So if you're interested in doing that, we actually have 2-day technical service schools, and these are in-depth training, no sales pitch. Get in there, get your hands dirty, go to the lab, pull the unit apart, learn how to do startups, sit in a classroom, get a little bit of lecture on pieces and parts and venting and installation. It's really a great time, and we would love to have you here. And if you're interested in doing something like that, you just go to the factory training tab. Now once you're in the factory training, that goes back to our corporate website, and here you can see all the different schools that we provide. To register for these schools is pretty simple. You just go to the link here, and that will lead you to a page telling you all about the school. Now once you get in there, you can check for register or check for availability here, and then you can see that this class that we already checked, 2 of the classes are already full. There are 8 seats available for this class here. So that is the one thing about these, they do fill up very quickly. So if you'd like to get in there, the only thing you got to remember, you have to get to Tennessee, to Nashville, and from there we kind of take over. It's $200, and really, to be honest, the only reason we charge at all is to make sure that people show up. A lot of times back in the day when they were free, people didn't feel committed and they would kind of cancel at the last minute, and we'd have seats available that other people wanted to get into. So by charging $200, we figured that we would have you invested a little bit up front. But for that price, you're going to be put up in a hotel for a couple days. We're going to feed you a lot of nice food. We're going to transport you back and forth from the hotel to the factory. So it's really a great deal. And not to mention the kind of training you're going to get when you're here. So that's the factory training tab there. We also have a toolbox. Now the toolbox is where we put all of those tools that you can use to make your jobs easier. So if we go into the toolbox, we have different tabs here to look for. The first one is digital simulators. Now what we've done is we've created a page for all of our digital simulation for all of our smart control systems. So we have multiple units, as you can tell, and we have, although our primary platform is the smart system, it comes in many different flavors, so to speak, so the navigation is a little different. So if you're going to a job site and you have one of these boilers, you're going to need to learn how to navigate that control. Well, you can do it there on site and run the risk of maybe, messing up some programming or something like that. A lot of people, even though you really can't do anything on accident, people are a little squeamish, they're a little scared of doing that. So we offer you a way to kind of get into these controls without having to worry about that. So if I click on the crest, it will launch the crest simulator. So this is just like standing in front of a boiler. This works exactly like the real unit will. So every button that I hit is going to perform just like it would if I was in front of the heater itself. And I can come through here and navigate. And so you can really get an idea of how to navigate the device, get familiar with it before you ever show up on the site. You look like an expert before you ever get there. And this is online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Same thing with our newest model, the FTXL. You're looking at it here. Again, this functions just like the real unit on site. And that's the case for all of these units that you see here. So those are digital simulators. They're not really for programming. You're not going to get in there and program the smart system and see how it's going to operate under certain conditions, but it will give you the idea of how to get in there and navigate. So back on the toolbox page, we also have, you can see here, troubleshooters. This says night troubleshooter, shield troubleshooter, cadet troubleshooter. These are designed to be, for lack of a better term, an interactive service manual. We have paper manuals, paper documents. They're sold with every single unit, so everyone has access to these. You can also get those on LochinvarU.com, but we wanted to make it more interactive so people didn't feel like they were reading a book. Not everybody understands by reading. So what we've done here is, say for the night troubleshooter, launch that, and it will come up like this. This is basically an online troubleshooting guide. Now there's product information here as well, so if I hit product information, a little red bar comes out, and I can choose between, literature, I&O manuals. These are all links, service manuals, parts, summaries, wiring diagrams. All this stuff is available online at LochinvarU.com, but you can also get it through this troubleshooter, kind of a one-stop shop, if you will. And the troubleshooting portion is the most important. So this is for the night boiler. These are all the different failures that could come up on the screen, lockouts, if you will. Some of them are blockings, which are temporary. Some of them are full-blown lockouts that you must reset. Some of them won't even show up on the screen. We try to make it easy, like no display, right? If the boiler is off and the display is not lit, it's not going to say no display, but this will give you a way to troubleshoot that even though. So let's do that. So no display. And I have a couple possible causes for that. Either I don't have voltage coming into the unit, and it tells me to check for 120 volts at the main power terminals, or I don't have any power coming through the switch. A lot of people don't realize that these boilers do have power switches on the back left-hand side. So I see it says I don't have any power to check for that, but I don't really know how to do that. So I push this button, and it'll show me a picture of the wiring diagram. It'll highlight the area I need to focus on and show me where it's located in the boiler. And then it'll actually show me where to put my multimeter leads to check that. Now that's very simple, obviously, because this is a very simple diagnosis. It gets more complicated as you go through there. This is really designed for technicians, so you get into more complicated circuits like flow switches. There are 7 steps to this procedure, and you can see how you could follow the voltage all the way through the circuit to be able to determine where my power is being lost and therefore what kind of trouble I'm in. So again, this is just an idea of what we provide here on LochinvarU as a troubleshooting tool. You can see that could be very helpful. So all of those are very similar in nature as far as that. There's just different products, and we're always working to try to make more of that. We also have calculators. So one of them is a mixing calculator. If you open the mixing calculator, what you're looking at here is basically a primary secondary system, and this is for T-mixing calculation. Now there's a formula that you can use to understand what the water temperature is going to be based on flow rates, etc. This is just a very simple calculator to do that. So as you can see, as I fill in information in these boxes, the information over here in these black boxes is going to change. And so this gives you an idea of what's happening in the system, what I'm looking for as far as delta T's and things like that on my boiler. If my boiler delta T was this was how the system performs. You can see what's going on here. So this gives people a pretty good understanding of how to do those calculations, but also if you're having trouble explaining primary secondary to a customer, this is a pretty good way to pull this up and show them in real time what's going to happen in a system under these specific circumstances. Another calculator we also have is the outdoor air reset calculator. Now the smart system does outdoor reset differently than a lot of different products. So in this case, what you're looking at here is basically if I set up my outdoor reset curve in this way and my outdoor temperature is this is going to be my calculated set point. And now you see under these circumstances, my calculated set point was 160 degrees, but as my outdoor temperature changes, it changes my set point as well. And this is just an easy way to say, okay, I know what my reset curve is, I know how cold it is now, and this is my set point, but when it gets X degrees outside, what could I expect my set point to be? And this is just a very simple way to calculate that. Okay, so those are what we have in the toolbox now. Keep coming back because we're always trying to add more and more things to the toolbox every day. And then we have our contractor program link here. Now the contractor program is a very underused program, and I believe it's because a lot of people just don't know that it's there. So if you come into this tab, we talk about things like our VIP contractors and our warranty service contractors and key account providers. Now this gives you all kinds of information there. Basically every time you install a night boiler or the other products that are in the VIP program, there's a registration card, and if you fill that registration card out between these dates, it's going to tell you that you're going to get a $25 gift card for that, or a $10 gift card if you do a indirect Squire. And that's just free money sitting there, and a lot of people aren't taking advantage of that. So it's important that everybody understands what's going on there, plus the exclusive benefits of being a VIP. And then we have warranty contractors as well. warranty contractors do not work directly for Lochinvar. They're their own independent companies, but these are people that have come to Lochinvar for training. We feel that they know our product better than most. They've gone and actually signed a contract with our technical service department, which says that they're going to uphold the values of Lochinvar, and if it's a warranty claim, we're going to take care of them. If it's not a warranty claim, they're going to take that to the customer. To be part of that, all you have to do is click the link here, and that will take you to our technical service department, and you can get that contract and start your program. Now, there's a lot of different things that come with that. Not only are you going to be able to, do warranty for Lochinvar, but also you go to our corporate website at LochinvarU.com and people can find you through their zip code. Now, where that's going to happen leads into my next subject, which is going to be right here, the video tutorials. So the video tutorials inside the platform on Spoke in LochinvarU, that's where you take your training, take a test, get a certificate. Everyone knows what you've done. You can talk to everybody in LochinvarU. But right now we have not entered LochinvarU platform. This is outside the platform. And it's important for us that we give you a lot of information, a lot of tools available to you. Some people just don't want to join the club. They don't want to be a part of that. They don't want to take a test. They just want the information. So we're working hard to get the information that's inside the platform also available outside. And that's where you find it here. So instructional videos, you click here. And the first thing you get is a disclaimer. The disclaimer basically says, look, we're not responsible if you're not a contractor. Don't come in this location. This is for contractors only. And all the information that we're giving here has already been provided in our service and installation manual. So be careful. Do the right thing. If you're not a contractor, there's a place for you as well. And also in the fine print down here, it says very clearly that these are streaming videos and they're very large because they are high definition, because we go into very great detail in some of these videos. And if you're doing this on your 4G plan, it's going to gobble up your data plan very, very quickly. So we're not responsible for any of your overages. It's a good idea to be on Wi-Fi or a direct landline when you're doing this, because they are very large videos. Now, if you're not a technician, we're trying to scare you away, send you to the place where you need to go, because you don't need to be working on these boilers if you're not a trained technician. Boilers can be dangerous if not handled properly, so we want to make sure we get the appropriate people there. So if you need a technician, you click the I need a technician, and that takes you back to our service contractor page on Lochinvar. Now, if you were paying attention earlier, if you're part of the contractor program, this is where you're going to reside. So if I put in my zip code, 25-mile radius, commercial boilers, and I click the service contractor button, it's going to pull up a list of all the service contractors under that zip code. So you can see here we've got multiple companies located under that zip code in a 25-mile radius for commercial boilers. And you can see that not all of these companies show training, so that's a very important part as well. If you come to the factory to get training, if we come to your region and you take training, or if you take classes on LochinvarU, that shows up under the training completed here on the website. So if I'm a customer and I'm looking for someone that's worked on a power fin, I'm going to look for these two companies because they've had training in the power fin. So that's if you're not a contractor. Now, if you are a contractor, you want to learn about this product, you hit I agree. That's going to take you to the videos that are available outside the platform. Now, at this point, today we only have 4. Maybe you've come to the site after this video has been created and there are more there. We're always trying to make more and more outside the platform. But you can see we have our Crest, FTXL, Night, and Night XL products. So if I'm interested in learning about the Night, I click there. And I have a choice between service and maintenance videos, which are removing burners, how to convert, how to do your combustion analysis, and I also have smart system videos. These videos will go over in detail all of the menus and all of the functions of the Lochinvar Night. So you can see these get very, very detailed, and if I were to click one of these, it's going to take me to a page to show me that video, and it just tells you quickly how to do that video. Now, I'm not going to go over that here. This is just a way to see where they are. I would invite you to come back and watch these videos at your convenience. So that's the instructional videos, and we also have a frequently asked questions page where, if you have questions about the website, some of these questions can be answered there. And this is always being updated, so if it looks a little different than it does on the video that you're watching here, don't worry about it. We're always trying to make it better. Now, if you have any questions on anything you've seen here today, feel free to contact us here at our contact link that goes directly to training@lochinvar.com. Hope this has been useful for you. Have a good day.